Maddy is being set up to steal Nate. Here's my big theory. From episode 2 of season 3 of Euphoria, we learn that Maddy has never forgiven Cassie for stealing her man. That's why when Cassie pulled up early to the pool, Maddy didn't get out of the car. She was plotting. Would you take a friend back that stole your partner? Not only was this a power play, but in episode 3, Rue narrates that Maddy couldn't figure out what she wanted more, to get in between Cassie and Nate or to exploit her, and this was at the wedding. I am telling you, this whole ploy for getting Cassie to post crazy videos is a humiliation ritual, and it ties back to earlier seasons. It's as if she wants to lower her social value to the point where she can never steal from her again. Maddy wants to destroy Cassie, but how? Well, if you haven't already, be sure to hit follow if you love discussing film and TV. So, do you remember when they were in high school? Nate was literally policing Maddy's image. It's part of the reason he dumped her in the first place. It's like a whole character plot and arc for him. What if Maddy never really moved on from that? I think she believes if she can get Cassie to this point of no return, then Nate will have no choice but to leave her. Wasn't he already losing clients and investment? If you were him, do you stay with your partner or do you run? She already left. And it's almost like Maddy saying, you didn't want me, but now you're with my doppelganger. I think that's why the freakiness has been so forced into our faces since episode 1, and why Cassie's literally dressed up as a dog, her downfall. But is it working? I think episode 5 is actually reinforcing this idea that Nate is starting to see her less as this wife, an ideal woman, and more like property. That's why he practically auctioned her to the influencer and told her to live with him. Are you mad? Do you think my wife and I would ever be having that conversation? I must already be in the grave. So how does Maddy fit into this? So at the start of the season, Maddy is shown what happens if you give someone else the power to your success. She loses her talent, didn't trust her gut, and now that person's a megastar. No different to when she didn't trust her gut about Cassie and Nate. She's not gonna let this happen again. Right now, Nate is the brokest I've ever seen someone. Like, he's approaching Franklin Saint levels at the end of Snowfall, while Maddy just basically signed a deal with Alamo to become the next Hugh Hefner. Remember, she told Cassie they were approaching $1 million a month. Then on top of that, she got her an audition in Hollywood. Now imagine Maddy with 5 times that potential. She very quickly becomes the only character willing to and able to get Nate out of his debt. I don't think Nate's character arc is to appear for 5 seconds at a time and lose a toe, finger or nostril. Once the ball is rolling, I think Maddy will throw Cassie to the wolves and steal her man back. The question is, should she take Nate back? And what would you do in this situation?